My name is Steve Othelot. I'm from Miami, Florida, North Miami Beach to be exact. I played free safety and numbers 22. When fans come to a game, they can expect to see, at least for me, a lot of tenacity. Uh, I've been told that I'm pretty loud as far as trying to get my guys in line and just try to get to the ball and be very, very, very physical. I think my strengths as a player is probably the tenacity part of it and just being real physical. I like to, kind of patrol that back end and, you know, just put my body on people. But then mentally, I feel like I bring a different aspect because I just prepare myself. Um, I've been, putting in a lot of work in the off season because the season could be pretty long for us old guys. So we just try to put a lot of work in the off season, and then when we get on the field, it's just a different level as far as mentally preparing yourself. I like to know the other team better than I even know myself, and put a lot of time understanding what my role in this defense is, so they can just expect that. Our defense is nasty. We, as far as identity goes, just got a bunch of savages on that side of the ball. A lot of the guys up front are going to be, when they're playing, to their optimal level, those guys are going to get after the quarterback. It's going to be a long day for, the front five. Those guys actually make our defense move. But then on that back end, we have a lot of talent. We stacked back there. So our DBs, as far as my corners go, it's a problem. It's a problem. So if you don't have five wide, I don't know how you can't really just have one receiver out there because he's going to get locked up, and then we're going to force other guys to play. So my personal goals for this season, well, obviously, is to win a championship. Kind of left a bad taste in my mouth last year as far as not getting to where we needed to as a team. Individually, the individual accolades are what they are, and that's fine and dandy. But what I've realized is it all means nothing if your team doesn't, have the end goal that every team has, is to win a championship. So I can do with all the individual accolades. My number one goal is to win a championship, but in the steps of getting there, I do realize the game is one game at a time, and the steps that it takes to get there. Basically, I want to be a better leader on the field, a more sound tackler. I need to understand what my role is on the defense and just not worry about what everybody else has going on and do my job to the best of my ability, and basically just be real physical. I want to step the physicality up and just make everybody pay for, just making the foolish mistake of playing for the other team. I feel like there's a lot that people don't know about me. One thing is I'm a musician, so I've been playing the drums since I was like 7. Not really that good in my opinion, but I'm my biggest critic. I definitely feel like I can do a lot better on that side just because, conflict of interest between football and, all sports really that I've ever played, just kind of put that musicianship on like a back burner. But when it comes down to other things that people might not know about me, for some reason, my teammates, if you ask Nick Jackson or Ty Small or, you could ask like Micah or any of those guys, for some reason, everybody thinks that I'm always angry. And, I'm a real laid back guy. When I'm off the field, I like to, kick back, have a few laughs, joke with the guys. But when it's time for football, it's business. So I don't think I'm angry. I hope none of the fans think I'm angry, but when we get into game time situations, it's all business. My favorite NFL team is definitely the Miami Dolphins. I know when they won the Super Bowl, I wasn't even a thought in my father's head. So definitely that's my favorite pro team. When it comes down, to college teams, I'm all about the University of Miami. And so grew up watching those guys. I'm a hometown kid. But in relation to that, one of my favorite players of all time is the late, great Sean Taylor. I think about modeling my game after him. Obviously, he's a special talent, and I'm not that. I'm not that guy. I don't think anybody can never be that guy. But just the level of passion that he played with and the physicality, those are just like some things that I try to emulate. Also, Ed Reed, he was a great influence on my playing career. Just the passion again that he approaches the game with, and just always knowing what to do. But a guy that plays right now that I like to emulate is Bam Bam Cam Chancellor. You know, that boy, he a bad man. So he imposes his will on people, and that's just what I try to do when I come out and play. To play with all the defensive backs that we have right now, man, it's going to be something special. Right now, obviously, if I say the name Brandon Sloan, that name speaks for itself. The guy just makes plays. I think he sleeps and makes plays like while he's sleeping. You know, he's a dad full time. You know, so I'm sure he does. He has a lot of things going on, and they probably look at him as like Superman. So we're happy to have him coming back. But on the other side, I got my guy David Earl. He's another beast that a lot of people are gonna learn about real quick. David Earl teaches me a lot, and even though we play two different positions, but the amount of knowledge that he has of the game and of the positions, like on the back end, is just, I take something from him every single day, and I try to work on it and fine tune my game. So, and then on the inside, I got a couple of guys that I've played with in college and even in high school. A couple of my Miami guys. I have Barron Smart and Jermaine Marcellus. Those guys. It's a lot of speed there, so it's scary. If you don't have 4 or 5 wide on every single play, you are gonna have a problem. Like I don't think there's a guy in this world that these guys can't cover. So what it does for me is just kind of keeps me focused, and I have to kind of elevate my game a lot, and just I can't let those guys down. So it's gonna be something special playing with those guys. Watching our offense from the sideline, first off, I'm just glad that I'm watching them from the sideline and I don't have to play against them, because I hate practicing against these guys. You can't just key off on one guy. Like our 4th, 5th, 6th wide receiver is still a 1 and 2 on a lot of teams. So these guys are going to make you pay if you don't have the depth, because you're going to have to cover these guys in bunches. If you don't have the depth, you're in trouble. We got guys like Nick Jackson, who's the wily old vet, and he can still run routes and confuse the mess out of you. Like the guy he hit me with a flag route, and I've never been the same. Like he's a bad man. Obviously, we know Ty Small. He's gonna take the roof off your defense, so he demands. I don't see anybody covering Ty with just one guy. Like you have to have a real special guy, and he has to be playing on Sundays for you to be able to cover Ty Small. And then we got guys like Micah Arnold, Kevin Irby, just a couple of guys to name a few. They don't know about John Bonney, but you better find out. Like that guy's a bad man. So, and then obviously we have a stable of running backs that between the 3 of them, like all 3 of them have the talent to rush for 1,000 apiece. So it's going to be scary. I feel bad for Coach Lundgren just because I don't know how, as a coach, you sit down and game plan on how to use these guys. So, and obviously we got my guy coming back, Tony Stout. So our offense is scary, man. I don't like practicing against these guys. So it's going to be fun on Saturdays getting to see them go to work.